use headphones for best experience. Thanks for your fantastic support. Hi, welcome to another video. First, let me show you that you can find a lot of content now, my content on audio streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, or other platforms. So then you type in ASMRctica ASMR and you will find quite a lot of albums here. So if you haven't, check it out. I haven't uploaded so much lately in August and September 2024, and I struggled a lot at the moment because I have so many ideas that I want to realize and make complete videos about it, but I struggle and I try to figure out what's the problem right now and how to solve it. But I have a lot of ideas about making a video about alien, xenomorph, but it's just so much to read and a lot of things that I can't really put together and collect into, I guess, script, even though I don't use script, but to concentrate it to something that can become a video eventually. So I'm kind of in the research phase. That one. And also lately I've been studying London Underground and railway history a lot. And also that's a huge topic, so much to read and it's so interesting. I've bought 4 new books that I'm reading, and it's also so complicated system, and like the railway and the metro is like their history is connected so much, so you can't only read about the metros or underground's history, you have to consider the railway history, and that's because of that it becomes very complicated. But here's a sketch I did of the North London Railway and the District Railway, I think, that became the District Line or the Green Line. And here's a sketch of a xenomorph. But yeah, so week after week goes and I don't upload anything, so I thought maybe I can upload an old video, something I recorded a long time ago. And on my latest video, I got a comment that said, I wish you could upload a new outdoor video. And I haven't uploaded outdoors videos for years, I think. The last time I recorded an outdoor video, I think, was in 2018. So I thought, no, it's not gonna happen. But then I remembered I did record a video in summer 2018 that I never finished, never uploaded, never edited. And I thought, yeah, maybe it's time for that video now, because I really like the idea. The idea is that I draw a map of the environment where I'm actually walking in the forest. I thought it was a really nice idea, very unique. I haven't done anything like that before or after. So it's like I'm holding the camera and recording while I'm walking, and then I take a break and I draw where I just walked. So I think I will edit that video and publish it now. So this is just an introduction to that video. So right after this clip, that video for like 1 hour footage will follow. And if you are interested in outdoor content, ASMR outdoor content, I have quite a lot also on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram. Because even though I haven't published a lot of video lately, I still sometimes post some 1 minute shorts here on Instagram, and they are almost always filmed outdoors when I'm visiting new areas. I always quite often find inspiration to record something about the history of that place, or interesting facts that I stumble upon. So check out my Instagram also. I just want to show you a last thing before the video follows. I just found on Instagram, I just found this creator, Alex Partridge 100, and he's making content about ADHD, how ADHD works. And I have no idea if I have ADHD, but I could relate so much to some of these posts right now. I think it must be this one that appeared in my feed, because it has, no, not this one, 1.2 million views, so I guess this one has been quite common in people's Instagram feed recently. How to understand ADHD overwhelming in 35 seconds. That was really good. I could relate so much to my thoughts right now, that I have a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, but since there are so many at the same time, I can't really sort them out and decide which one to go for. And then I've also watched another video, this one, the ADHD dishonest dopamine. Also, I could relate so much to this one, that I get so many ideas right now, and I really, when I get the ideas, I think they're just perfect and so good. But then, when I wake up the next day, all the motivation is gone, and I have to really work and struggle to find it again. So, yeah, I could relate to a lot of this. I think my brain right now is quite ADHD-ish, even though I'm not sure I have ADHD, because I haven't really had these problems when I was younger. So something that I've come up lately. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, because these videos inspired me quite a lot to just do something now, to record this intro and then show you this video, outdoor recorded video of me drawing a map in 2018. Hope you enjoy. leaving this place in the archipelago, this forest, and I'm also leaving this tent. I would like to be able to find my way back here someday to this particular place in the forest. I think I will try to draw a map of this place, of this part of the forest, and this tent. start right where we are right now. I think we're quite close to the coast, actually. I'll show you later. But we have the sea here. Let's say we have the coast, something like this. I have to check more closely how the coastline goes. But then let's say we are here right now. So this is the tent. And try to trace the very small paths that I can see. Like tracking these paths. I think these are mostly animals who have walked these paths, so I don't think there's so many humans here. Of course there are, but not so much, so they will make paths, I think. I think humans follow the paths of the animals at this particular place when they're looking for like blueberries or whatever they do, mushrooms and or like me, finding a place for their tent. So we're sitting next to a very, very small path. Like that. And the other side we have some quite distinctive rocks or cliffs. So there's definitely not going a path in this direction because there are some cliffs here. So this little opening, this clearing is a bit in a shelter for these underneath these cliffs. So we'll start from there and then we can go in this direction and see what we find there. See, here are the rocks, quite steep landscape. Here we have the very, very small path I told you about. And now we're gonna move in this direction a little bit. So here we have the sea. It's not so sunny today. It's quite grey, but still beautiful, I think. It's still early morning. So closest to the sea there are quite steep rocks. And if we turn around, now we don't see the tent anymore, it's hidden behind those trees, fir trees mostly, pine trees. On this spot I recorded yesterday the video in which I write down your names. But it's like in this direction, it actually, the path kind of stops, because you have to start climbing these rocks if you will go on walking in this direction. This was really a nice spot that I found yesterday. It was really good. The ground was good for the tripod, and it was like a little table. So I feel like it kind of stops here. Here is right where we are right now. Here are some more rocks. Here's the sea. I think we have to go back in the other direction, see what we find. Go round a tree. We're back at the tent, but we'll follow this path in the other direction. Here's like the path is dividing into two directions. And we follow this right direction. a clearing. It's not, the forest is not as dense as it was around the tent, so I guess it could be because there are mostly birch trees, tall birch trees here. I'll show you. And this seems like a direction we could move on along. Not exactly a path, but it's like, seems like a direction where it's easy to walk. Let's draw some more on the map. So here we have this what is called crossing on the paths. We didn't move in this direction. Here there were a lot of trees. So it's really a sheltered place, this, but with these rocks, these trees, like that little clearing that I found. But now we're even closer to the sea, and we're around us there are a lot of birch trees. Birch trees. And here's the rocks. Here's the sea. And we'll go on in this direction. Like I said, follow the birch trees because it's quite easy to walk under these. It's quite a flat landscape under birch trees. This place. Oh no, this happens all the time. I'm stuck. I don't know, but I think this could be slow. Berries, or this is from last year, it must be. No, it's rosehip. Yeah, these needles always get stuck with your clothes. Let's move on. Okay, it starts raining. I have to go back to the tent. have so far. The tent, the rocks, the sea, the birch trees. Shouldn't have taken this off the top of the tent. It's the rain shelter. So now we are inside the tent and it's raining outside. Oh, I forgot my boots outside. I have to get them. So they got a little wet. Rain. But I guess they're still dry inside. So while we wait until the rain stops, I can show you around this tent. This is the ceiling. These are the walls. This is the main door. I don't know exactly what these are for. Or it could be for the storm wires, lines, perhaps. But not this one that's inside. Here's my workplace, my sketch pad, drawing pad. It's actually good paper. And it's a real, true, utile. I wonder if that has to do with that it's free from acid. Blanc naturel, double face, grain fin et grain moyen, natural white, dual surface, fine, medium grain. Blanco natural, dole cara, grano fino y grano medio. And it's 180 gram per square meter. It's quite heavy. Now I think the rain has already stopped, so we can go outside and continue drawing the map. It's not that good that the ground is now wet, but yeah, I guess this pad will cope with that. So we're back underneath these birch trees, and we will start walking in this direction, away from the sea, because the sea is behind us. If we look back now towards the sea, we can turn our head a little in the right direction, and there's actually the tent. I can see it. It's blue. Not sure if you can see it. Let's zoom in a bit. Something blue behind all those branches. So as you can see, there are two quite big rocks between us and the tent right now. But let's just keep that in mind, and we'll go on following these birch trees. Here to the right, you can see that someone has cleaned up a bit here in this part of the forest. I guess last year probably. So there's a lot of old branches on this pile. There are a lot of, I think they're called ferns, ormbunker in Swedish. Very good for the forest that it comes a bit rain. It's been really dry this whole first part of the summer, so every little drop of water they can get is really appreciated, I guess. there's a whole forest of birch trees. These are really beautiful in the fall. I think I showed you these in the tree exploring video from November 2017. It's number 23, I guess. If you would like to see how these birch trees look in the fall. So I think it's time to draw some more on the map before we forget it. I can have the pad here on my knee so it doesn't get so soaked. I'll continue with the coast. I didn't see exactly how the coastline was, but I know from before that it's like a bay. Here it's like a small bay. And then there's like a udde in Swedish, I don't know the English word. Then there's another bay here. And these are like cliffs, rocks, close to the sea. But in the bays, quite often it's a lot of vegetation, so it's often not easy to reach the coastline from the forest like this. So very often you have to go first walk out on a rock, and then follow the coast to reach this part. But they're often very messy and not easy to like walk around here at all. So a lot of small trees and not much ground or paths or anything. So now, like I said, we walked this direction away from the sea, and here somewhere I stopped and showed you that you could see the tent. Not easy, but you could if you looked really close. And between, if we were here looking in this direction, then in the middle, right between us and the tent, there were two very big rocks. So it's a bit of a landmark, so you can remember if you want to find the way back here someday. You can look for these rocks. I don't know, rocks. Are these like more called cliffs, maybe in English? In Swedish we say klippor. Klippor. The English word cliffs sounds more like klippor, I think. Klippor, close to the sea. And these are more like stenar, stones. But I keep the word rocks for these kind of or stenbumlingar, another Swedish word. Okay, and then we moved on the same direction. Actually right now it's starting to, the path like start to take a turn to the left a little bit. And we're right here. I stopped here, and here somewhere I showed you these pile of old branches. In Swedish, that's a rishög. Rishög. Pile of just branches, twigs, and small pieces of wood. Rishög. And then I showed you the ferns. Shouldn't look exactly like the rishög. So I make a little more another shape for the rishög. Here are the ferns, or ormbunker. And now we're looking in this direction. We're looking at this beautiful birch tree forest. So there have been birch trees all this way. We follow them underneath them, but now it's like almost like a clearing, but still a forest. So beautiful birch tree forest. Let's move on, see what we can find next, and to put down on this map. I think I'll turn around again. So we walked through these birch trees, and we turn around and go back in the same direction. From here you can actually see the ferns and the rishög where we came from. So there you have the ferns, and to the right you can see a glimpse of the rishög. But instead of going back all the way, I think we could turn left here. So we'll go on walking underneath these last birch tree, this part of the forest. Stands here a bit alone, not exactly among the others. Here are all the other birch trees. This birch tree is more like alone, the last one. Behind it, it's a clearing, so the forest stops here, but it continues, of course, as you can see on the other side of the clearing. But I would like to show you this clearing. Because here to the right we have the famous apple tree that's been featured in two, I think, my videos. The last one I recorded, or I mean the last one I uploaded, number 46, and also the tree exploring November video I mentioned before, number 23. So since it's been seen a lot in my videos, I think it would be nice to put it on the map as well. So yeah, let's draw what we have found now. What else we have found in the forest on our map. So we were in the middle of or in the beginning of the birch tree forest. We had just left the ferns and the rishög. Then we went like this. Here I stopped and said, hey, I want to go back a bit. So we turned around and went back halfway through the birch tree forest. Then we took left. And I showed you the last birch tree of the forest. The lonely birch tree. So this is the birch tree forest, and this is the lonely last birch tree. And we passed it, and then now we're in this meadow clearing. I call it the meadow because it's really, there's a lot of flowers here. We picked flowers to the midsummer celebration 2 days ago. So I'll name it Ängen. That's a Swedish name for the meadow. way, and when we look to the right now, we just get sight of the apple tree. And I have no problems finding the apple tree, so from here I can from now on use this map if I want to find my way to where I put up my tent. So next time I come here, I'll bring my tent and I will follow this map. Find this place again. It was really beautiful. It's like sheltered, and even if it started to rain, as you could see, when we were here it started to rain. And we had to go back, but then here when you enter this part of the forest, this dense lot of fir trees, and it's really protecting you from the water actually, so yeah. So then I walk from the apple tree and I will follow this little path looking for the lonely last birch tree, and then I will go a few steps into the birch tree forest, and then I'll turn left. And after a while, when I leave the birch tree forest, the path will turn a bit to the right, not completely to the right, but a bit. And then I will pass the ferns to the left, and the rishög. If the rishög will still be there, but maybe even if someone has cleaned up, I think you could see like a trace from it, at least in the next future. And then I'll follow the path, follow these birches, so it's quite easy to walk in this direction. You can easily see where the path, so to say, goes. And then when you're close to the sea, you can't walk so much more. You have to decide if you want to go to the klipporna, the cliffs, or if you go in this to these cliffs perhaps. But then there's a small path to the right. You have to look carefully to catch sight of it. Then you follow it to the right, and then it's crossing. So it's if you go to the right, you go into the forest like this, and possibly then you'll see these two rocks. They're very distinctive and big, but you will go actually to the left. Oh, now it's sunny, beautiful. You will go to the left for a little while, a couple of steps, just not far at all, and then you'll see these big cliffs, and underneath those cliffs there's a beautiful clearing where you can place your tent. So I'll keep this map and use it the next time.